How is everybody? Okay, so I did the first two of these last night. I'm trying a new thing where I do readings for the different signs, but instead of doing every single sign, I'm just going by earth, air, fire, and water. Last night I did earth and fire, so tonight we're going to do air and water. So I'm going to start with air, which would be people like Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. And I'm going to start the same as I did last night. We're going to tap in for different areas for those people. Love, thoughts, headspace, emotions, your career, your purpose, your path, and then like your energy. So we'll start with what's going on for the air signs in regards to love. All right. We have soulmate. Now this card has come out a lot this week in different readings. This one has come out in... came out in the last Starseed one for the collective, and I think it came out for the earth signs last night. It came out for, it's come out a lot, but it, you know, not even just this one. This one did come through, but the one that's in the Sarian deck as well, or like the mermaid and dolphin deck, I call it the Sarian deck. That one, the soulmate card has come out of there. We've seen the lovers a lot. So basically, people's soulmates are showing up, and the card says, yes, this is your soulmate. So if there's somebody that you've been thinking about, somebody that, you know, has caught your attention or whatever, then yeah, that is your soulmate. If you're already in a relationship with somebody and you've been having doubts about that person, or maybe you've been going through some turmoil, yes, that is your person. And when we have the term soulmate, it doesn't have to be romantic. It can be other people. But because we're asking in regards to love, I do feel like whoever popped into your mind when this popped out, that is your soulmate. And it could be somebody you've been with. It could be somebody that you're, you know, just meeting. I feel like some people are having blasts from the past as well. I know a lot of the people I know recently have been talking about how exes are showing up. So you could have stuff coming up to be healed with soulmates, because your soulmates, you don't always necessarily stay together with them. You know, there's different karmic stuff that can come up. So if you have unfinished business with somebody, if you have somebody that, you know, has that energy of like, just you always wondered what if or whatever, they could be coming back to clear up that energy. And as the creator of your reality, anything that you're thinking about or focusing on is going to manifest. So if you are thinking about somebody romantically, you can bring that energy forth. But this is getting confirmation that yes, this is a soulmate. And the card that came through with it is, this could be the one. And it says you've already met the romantic partner you seek. So it is bringing in confirmation on that. You know, this could be somebody coming back from the past again, because it says you've already met the romantic partner. So it's likely somebody you're either in a relationship with, somebody that you've known for a while, or somebody that, like, just at the minute I brought this up, it may be somebody that you've been thinking about. So who, you know, in regards to that, yes, they are a soulmate. Yes, this could be the one that you spend your life with. This could be the one that fulfills you and makes you happy. And then on the bottom of that deck, we have getting to know each other. And as you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. So I know that air signs are usually very good with communication. So this is basically telling you to talk, you know, like get to know this person a little bit better. If you're having those doubts, if you're wondering, you know, this could be the one, but you have to dive in, and you have to communicate, and you have to open up. And I think a lot of people have been stuck lately in regards to love, where they're not finding the words, or they're just being silent. And you know, if you're feeling this way towards somebody, just communicate, and you know, give yourself an opportunity to get to know the person. I've noticed recently, like, the way that people interact with people now is kind of weird. Like, I get messages on Instagram and through Snapchat and through Facebook all the time of guys just like, and they just assume like, oh, you're coming over tonight. Like, there's no niceness to people. Like, they don't ask you out. They don't, even like the night I went out with my friends, like the guys waited until last call to come approach the table. And it's like, you can't get to know somebody like that. you know, and I had something happen the other day too, where somebody messaged me to let me know that somebody was interested in me that I've never spoken to, and it's like, how would I know if I'm interested back, because I don't know who you are? So this is important. We need to have communication. We need to get to know the people that could be the one, you know. I feel like people are so afraid of being rejected, or they're so afraid of you know, bad happening, that they don't open up and they don't communicate. So this is telling that to, you know, start some communication, and also keep in mind, keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. So, you know, souls don't look at each other like through 3D bullshit. They don't care what kind of job you have. They don't care, you know, if you've got a good bank account. They don't care what you drive. They don't care what you wear. They don't care what you look like. They care about the frequency and energy of your soul. So keep an open mind, you know, that these, and I feel like there's been a lot of, like, doubt from the air signs. It's like, this could be the one, but you have to trust, you have to open up, you have to communicate, and open up the mind a little bit to be like, well, you know, it doesn't always have to necessarily be exactly what you thought, you know. That's the type of energy that's coming through. And on the bottom, again, there's wedding. This situation involves marriage. So this could be somebody that you've been in a relationship in the past. You may have been married in a past life, and you have that karma to fulfill in this lifetime. This could be like a divine type of union. You may be like having a union through like the physical and the spiritual. Like if you've been doing your soul work, if you've been meditating and connecting and, you know, rising up, this could be a union happening for people. So, you know, just focus on your energy, release any doubts, try to communicate, and try to, you know, you don't have to look at this as like a wedding. Like, I feel like it's more of like a spiritual union of the divine masculine and feminine energies. But a lot of this stuff coming in is giving us that indication that this is that person. So yeah, that's what we have for love. Now let's see what we have for the headspace. What's going on in the air signs headspace? What you guys thinking about? Moonlight, travel, romance, and potential. So it seems like the headspace is thinking about this too. This is all connected to your emotions. The water is all connected to your emotions. And your emotions assist you in finding your truth. The blue is representing truth. We have the moon up here, which is that divine feminine energy again. So that is like the unconscious. So your unconscious may be pushing you towards something. You may be feeling that potential of romance with somebody, but you know, I feel like it's a little bit under the surface. Like they're afraid to admit the feelings. Like the feelings are stuck in the head. They're thinking about their feelings. They're thinking about, you know, is this person the one? Is this like something that's good? Like, you know, there's a lot of doubts going back and forth. A lot of unconscious insecurities and doubts, and just there's fear. But when they rise into the truth, into the divine truth, and they express their emotions, they're going to be met with like compassion and love. You know, it's that tender, loving energy of the feminine that's present here. And there is romance available through this, and there is travel available through this. So this could be a travel in physical sense, like you go on a trip together, or it could be like traveling through your soul work together. You know, if this is a soulmate or somebody that you have something from a past life to clear, you could be traveling through some of your karmic stuff. You could be traveling and expanding. And the next card is evolution, which says earth changes, climate change, and transformation. This card came out last night too. So I do feel like through honoring the emotions, getting out of the head and start expressing those emotions, the things that you're thinking about, when you start expressing them and you like notice the potential and express them, that's going to assist you in evolving. And you're also receiving a lot right now. There's a lot of downloads coming in. There's a lot of energy coming in. You might be very, very tired. You may be feeling like you don't want to connect with certain things anymore. This is change, you know, this is climate change, this is transformation. So this could be you like physically changing what resonates for you in your world. You know, certain people, places, and things, you just don't really resonate. You don't feel like that is where you want to be. You're more like hidden away in the unconscious and trying to discover like what this is all about. You're illuminated, you're shifting, stuff's coming in that you haven't experienced before, and that can make, you know, this stuff be a little difficult. It could keep you up in your head thinking a little too much, you know, having restless nights, having like these emotions under your surface that are just waiting to break free. Let's see what else we get through for the headspace. I'm going to use this one. What else are you thinking about? Whoa. We have the Six of Crystals and the Adept of Orbs. So this seems like there is a balance coming forth with finance and worth, okay? So you could be feeling good in regards to your money. You could be feeling like there's balance coming in with your money. You're not so like concerned about it. You don't feel like you're giving too much maybe. On the other hand, there could be somebody who's like taking too much from you. This just depends because there are so many out there. So if there's somebody who's like taking and taking, I feel like this is you rising your level of worth and being like, no, I'm not going to give all that away for just that. But I also feel like this is, you know, connected to an overall balance of recognizing your worth. You know, there may be those doubts and insecurities, there may be a little bit of fear, but as a result of this transformation that's happening in your head, you're recognizing that you are worthy of more in your life. You're worthy of love. You're worthy of having a balanced connection with somebody. And you're worthy of having a balanced connection in the world. You're worthy of having abundance in your life. You're worthy of receiving what you give out. You know, you don't have to like work yourself into a hole to have the nice things. And when you recognize how powerful your thoughts are and you step into that creator energy and you start manifesting with abundance and, you know, gratitude, more and more comes. So I feel like this has been assisting in that area as well. Like you're finding a balance within yourself, you're finding worth within yourself, you're realizing that you can shift your physical reality through your conscious mind. And we have the Adept of Orbs, which is bringing confirmation to that. So this is like the Prince of Swords. Now, this can come through in a couple of different ways. Like this could come through in you are starting to move forward. Like you have that like steadfast energy to move forward into controlling your thoughts. However, in regards to love, this can sometimes represent like you may be like wanting to move into a relationship, but you may not have the stamina to hang around for like the long haul. Like this could be the one. And I think that is a reflection of doubt. You know, you may be thinking that, you know, you don't have what it takes, or you don't want that, or whatever. And so those could be reflecting through the unconscious, those fears that are holding you back from moving forward. So if you can rise out of that and recognize your worth and like the value that you have, the potential that is there, and that, you know, this can be a give and take, it doesn't have to be a bad thing, then you can, you know, use that stamina to move forward from a knight into a king. You don't have to stay in the knight energy. I feel like it's the doubts and the fears that are keeping some in this knight energy where they don't want to, where they're almost afraid to pursue something. It's not even that they don't want to pursue something. It's almost like they just have half a foot in the door and half their foot halfway in, halfway out. You know, one is in, one is out. But this is in all areas of your life too. So there could be moments when you're feeling like you're thinking about moving forward in regards to like your career and feeling like you're really good and that you have what it takes and like people should honor you more. And then in the next moment you may be like losing a little bit of that stamina and getting tired as a result of like these downloads and these things that are happening. But that's okay. You know, the more that you shift into a place of balance and the more that you like use that energy you have to stay in a good headspace. You don't have to stay in a good headspace all day, every day. That's not what this is. It's just keeping yourself out of those lows that, you know, stop going into the lows about who you are and what you bring to the world. Really need to bring balance to your thoughts so it can like reflect out into all areas of your life. You know, and this is basically just your head is receiving all these downloads, but it is potential in all areas of your life. You know, you're going to have that balance coming through. So keep them positive, keep moving forward. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Eight of Orbs, which is swords. You're tying yourself up with these negative thoughts. You know, one minute you're good, the next minute insecurity, doubt, like you're creating false things, you're seeing false things, you're overthinking things. you know, you gotta stop. You gotta stop feeding yourself with these doubts and these fears and these insecurities, because that is what's feeding into that, like, okay, I can do this, no, I can't. Oh, I'm gonna do that, no, I'm not. You know, it's that wishy-washy. You know, get the balance between it. I'm not saying you have to be like, oh, life is amazing and wonderful all the time, but just bring some freaking balance in and you'll be okay. And then we have emotions. What's going on in your emotions? How are you feeling? What's up with the feelings? Stay optimistic. Your dreams are coming true. Don't quit right before the miracle occurs, okay? So whatever you've been thinking about, whatever those doubts have been coming in about, whether it's your love, whether it's your life, whether it's your money, whether it's your career, whether it's your friends and your family, you gotta stay optimistic. You gotta bring those thoughts into a place of balance. You gotta balance it. You can't go down into the lows. You can't get triggered by every little thing. You know, don't overthink stuff. You deserve to have all of the things that you've been pushing and working for. You know, I feel like all of the stuff that you've wanted is going to come forth, but you have to stay in the vibration for it to come in. We emit a vibration out into the world. And if we're emitting out a vibration of lack, or if we're emitting out a vibration of unworthiness, or a vibration of fear, that's what we get back. So we have to switch that into a positive place. So get into that mind and start really switching up the negative thoughts. When you catch yourself thinking something that, you know, is a result of an illusion, or the result of, like, you really just don't know, or if it's just a result of you feeling like crappy in that moment, switch it, cancel it, clear it, delete it, and start affirming the opposite. Like, I am abundant, I am loved, I am happy. You know, whatever it is that you're trying to manifest, act like it's already there with you now so that it can come forth. You have to vibrate in the energy that you want to live within. And we have accept heaven's help. You've prayed for help, so get out of the way and let heaven help you. Now again, you're the creator of your reality. So if you're asking for help, but then you're doubting it and you're like not allowing it in, you know, you're creating resistance to it. Sometimes you have to kind of just stop. You just have to let the universe know what you want, detach from it, and allow it to manifest. You know, make the physical actions towards what you want as well. You can't just be like, oh, please give me what I want, and then, you know, tra-la-la, let me lay in my bed all day and do nothing about it. You have to make your part into the world. You know, you have to move forward with your energy, your life, your thoughts. But you also have to allow them to bring you something. So it's got to be a balance. You know, people get really caught up in this whole concept of, like, the power of attraction and stuff. Like, yes, your mind is a very powerful asset. Everything you think is rippling out around you. But, you know, there's people out there who would, like, want to manifest, you know, a career or whatever, and you can't lay in bed all day and you know, just think about it happening. You want to think positive thoughts about it and take positive actions to make it manifest. It doesn't just happen on its own. And the help is here. They're bringing you messages. They're showing you. And basically, this is like, you have to get up and do something for them to deliver to you as well, you know. Whatever that is that you're trying to manifest, you know, be open to receiving it, and be open to receiving it in ways that you may not have expected as well. But you do have to take physical action. You can't just be like, oh, please help me, and then do nothing about it, because that's going to leave you in a low vibration as well. Elizabeth, what else you got coming through for how you feel? That's too many. How do you feel? Explore your options. It's time to look at other possibilities, and it's a good time to make changes. Okay? So with all this energy of telling you to stay optimistic and to accept heaven's help, you know, whatever you've been doing that is like giving you a bad result, you know, like if you've been trying to manifest something and it just isn't happening, well, maybe it's time to switch your energy around it, or switch the approach to it. This can be like your family, your friends, your love, your job, your money, just your overall how you feel. So whatever it is that you've been doing, you wanted to start doing something that actually is going to shift that brings up the vibration. You know, do something that's fun. Take some time out, relax. You know, do something that's going to lift your energy, but do something that's different than what you normally do. You know, experience something that's like, oh, that's something I didn't realize. You know, give it a chance. I feel like as you're evolving, what you're going to be fed and nurtured by and loved by is going to shift. So, you know, if you were somebody that once used to, like, love, you know, running around and doing something, like, I don't even know, like, if you were somebody that always loved outdoors, you may find that you're finding more comfort indoors, or vice versa. If you're somebody that was like, you know, you'd throw on the TV to chill and relax, you may find like an aversion to TV and you're wanting to do something else with your time. So it's just switching it up and then allowing yourself to trust yourself, because you're evolving, and as you evolve, things change. So if the things that you're doing right now aren't bringing you optimism, they aren't feeling like it's heaven sent, then switch up your actions in the 3D so that you can emit and change up that vibration. And then we have career and path. So let's see what's coming through in regards to like your work and your mission. We have birthing a new age, birthing new creations, and dreaming a new world into being. And then we have the age of light. You've been training for this for lifetimes. So I do feel like, you know, you guys are the Starseeds. You're going through this evolution. You're changing, you're shifting. They're telling you to start shifting out, like, what you're putting out into the world. So am I saying you have to go become like some spiritual guru? No. But you need to start listening to that call inside of you and birthing that light. Now that could be as simple as just intention. Like, you know, you sit and you intend to bring light to a situation. You start creating your reality. You start dreaming a new world into being. Meditate. You know, if you spend 5 minutes a day meditating, you're stepping into your evolution, you're stepping into your work here, you're anchoring conscious light here through you. So when we say dream a new world into being, we mean like what you want too, you know? You want to dream a world into being that is like healthy, happy, you know, clear air, clear waters, you know, no war and pollution, like things like that. But you also want to start dreaming a new world into being for yourself. Envision yourself in this beautiful utopia of happiness, surrounded by the people, the things that you want to be surrounded by, but come from a place of, you know, you don't want to be like ego driven. You don't want to be like, oh, I'm going to have a mansion and I'm going to, you know, come from a place of just being fulfilled from inside. You know, recognizing what really matters in life, illuminating yourself from inside and recognizing what matters from life. And when you come from that place and you also intend for others to receive that, you receive even more and you affect the collective. It's not just like a singular thing like, oh, I'm going to manifest an awesome car. No, you're going to manifest, you know, everything that you need plus some, and everything that the earth needs at this time. So it's some stuff simple like that. And let's see what comes through for your energy. Pleiades, double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity. So I do feel like a lot of the air signs out there who are connecting with this, you are here from the Pleiades. You have a double mission. You're here to uplift humanity. You've got the evolution card. You've got that call to anchor the light. They're telling you got to start doing stuff. You got to start doing that conscious work. Just you being here does do it. But even just like looking into what it means to be who you are will assist you. When you figure out why you're different, why things affect you differently than other people, why you feel so much, and why so many other people treat you differently, it really does assist you to figure out like all of that and ways to shift it so that it's not such a like a and it helps lift you up and you do what you're supposed to do here. And then we have trust the niggle. What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? So whatever you've been thinking about, whatever's been popping up in the back of your head over and over and over, you know, that little voice in the back that's like, do it, do it, do it. Listen, they want you to start listening to that. Take those moments when you're being connected by your I am presence. You're hearing the voice of your spirit, you know, your soul. It's guiding you. Listen. You know, they even said, like, accept heaven's help. Accept your own help. You know, accept that consciousness coming through to tell you what to do and listen to it and move forward with it. And then we have don't dim to fit in. It says, how are you dimming your light to fit in? So I know, like, if you've just awakened to this information, it can be very like, oh my god, I don't want anybody to know. How can I say this stuff? Like, this is crazy. I'm schizo. I'm you know, schizophrenic, whatever. you don't want to have to dim yourself down. I'm not talking like you have to go and be like, hey, I'm a starseed. But, you know, don't dim yourself down. Don't change your beliefs based on who you're around. And if the people who you're around can't honor who you are, then you really don't need them around you. Because you want people who love and honor you and accept you no matter who you are. And then we have Anna, the grandmother of Jesus, seeding the light, laying foundations in the divine plan. So this is in regards to your energy. I do feel like you are receiving those seedings. You are laying down the foundation for that expansion. So, like, you know, even those, like, if you've been on this path for a while and you've been having doubts about stuff, you are evolving. You are receiving these divine light codes. You're laying down your foundation. Things are going to rise. Things are going to expand. It's going to get bigger. You know, I feel like we're starting to really step into that mission. We've had the ideas, we've had the little pokes, we've listened, you know, in the past, and we have like this idea, this inkling of what we're supposed to be doing, but it's now time to really step into that work. It's time to anchor that light and really emit it out there. You know, like earlier tonight, I had an epiphany. I'm not an air sign, but I had an epiphany, and I was like, oh my God, like, I'm supposed to be doing so much stuff. So I feel like a lot of us are receiving this right now. There's a lot for you to do. Don't allow yourself to hold back. Just embrace it. Just go with it. Recognize that, like, you know what? They're like saying Anna, the grandmother of Jesus. Like, Jesus was just like us. You know, he was just another guy here, but he tapped into his energy, tapped into his gifts, and he assisted others. That is all that you need to do. And you will be guided. You will be protected. You know what to do. The answers are inside of you. You know, listen to that little voice in the back of your head that's pushing you. Accept the light codes and the energy that's coming in at this time. Accept the love that's there. You know, step into your divine truth and start exploring what really lights you up and what helps and what assists you on your path here. Okay? So, one other thing I did want to, like, there was a card here that it just grabbed my attention. So, the Six of Cups, I do feel like there's some inner child work to be done. Whatever happened as a child, you know, I feel like that could be coming up right now. It may not even be like a conscious thing. It could be like that unconscious part. But I think whatever whatever beliefs you've picked up as a child or even as a child in past lives, they're holding you back in regards to like having that balance in your life. There's, you know, that part of you in your mind that knows that you can do whatever you want to do, that you can rise above, that it doesn't matter about this, doesn't matter about that. But then there is like a little bit of doubt underneath there. So do some inner child work. That would be a good place to start. You know, do some research into who you really are. You know, look into like the different frequencies, the different energies, like how you can protect yourself. I am going to be starting to do my blogs and things like that and my channeling to help people. But for now, you know, a lot of the answers are inside of you. So go in, do some inner child work, do some meditations, trust the little voice in the back of your head. Try to shift the beliefs that are holding you back from moving forward. Follow your heart, make action in the 3D, and allow for this transformation to happen, because it's happening to all of us. It all happens on different ways, depending on who we are and how the collective is affecting us. But, you know, try to keep your mind from going into those dark places. Try to stop overthinking about too much and just start communicating your truth and putting it out there. Don't hold back who you are, you know, based on fear. If you're ready to make a change, make a change. And, oh, look, the bottom of the deck on here says leap. You go first, the universe will catch you. So, yes, that is an awesome confirmation and an awesome card to end on for this. Take that leap of faith. Jump. You know, whether it's in regards to your love, whether it's in regards to your career, whether it's in regards to your energy, take a leap of faith. Trust that you will be caught and that all that you've wanted will manifest. Okay? In munay. Namaste.